Previously on World Enduro Super Series, the 15th anniversary of Red Bull Romaniacs didn't disappoint. For the first time ever, Graham Jarvis pulled out of the race due to illness, leaving it wide open for the young guns to make their mark. Johnny Walker, Manuel Lettenbichler, and Wade Young tore up the track in a fight to the finish, but it was Young taking the title, the youngest ever Red Bull Romaniacs champion. After 4 rounds, it's Walker in first, Lettenbichler close behind in second, and Bolt in third. Now we ride into Poland for the 5th annual Red Bull 111 Megawatt. Vast and isolated. Kleczów, Poland is home to a 10-kilometer wide supermassive hole that can be seen from space. It's Europe's largest coal mine, and it's ground zero for one of the dirtiest, most daunting, and electric enduro events, Red Bull 111 Megawatt. Designed by the mind of Taddy Błażusiak, Megawatt is fast, intense, and full of nail-biting finishes. This race takes 1,000 pros and amateurs through 2 days of enduro insanity. Through high-speed trails, over crazy obstacle courses, and up epic dirt-kicking climbs. Halfway through West, we're at a transition event where classic enduro riders have a chance to outshine the Hard Enduro guys. Here to defend his 3-time Megawatt title is current West leader Johnny Walker. Walker's main Megawatt rival, Mario Roman, is looking for his first win. They'll compete against speed demons like Nathan Watson and Joseph Garcia. And of course, Polish pro Taddy Błażusiak wants to win again at his own race. This is a place where hard-charging riders nearly go zero gravity. This is Red Bull 111 Megawatt. Fans take to the hills around the gigantic Kleczów mine for the Day 1 qualifier. 1,000 riders fill the pit as they prepare to attack a gnarly, twisting motocross and an obstacle-heavy EnduroCross.
We're here at the start of qualifying now. Taddy goes first and I go second. And hopefully I don't get too much dust and just do a solid run with no crashes.
Riders launch into the motocross one at a time in 15-second intervals. Propelled by a powerful 4-stroke bike, number 22, KTM's Johnny Walker hits the track. His bike's got pull and speed, but many riders are on traditional lighter 2-strokes with faster acceleration. Number 91, Nathan Watson, is fast, loves the sand, and is making good time. Taddy Błażusiak wants to win at his own race, riding full gas until he goes down, re-injuring a broken finger. He finishes the motocross, but can he continue? Joseph Garcia is right at home in motocross, riding strong until he bails near the end of the track. Coming into the same turn, Watson suffers Garcia's fate. But even with his crash, he still gets the best time in the motocross. Watson has created a 20-second gap over Garcia and nearly 40 seconds over Walker. They'll need to try and close it in the EnduroCross. Even with a broken finger, Taddy decides to keep riding. Johnny Walker closes in behind him. Number 57, Billy Bolt's making up for lost time after a 6th-place finish in the motocross. Pros like Bolt make it look easy. Walker guns it for some big air. He makes up 20 seconds on Watson, but can only secure 3rd place in the overall qualifier. Bolt goes even bigger, but he crashes. He still gets the best EnduroCross time of the day.
The stupidest mistake on like the second last obstacle and lost a bit of time there, but other than that I was really happy, so keeps the adrenaline pumping, that's for sure.
Watson has an epic ending. He gets the best overall time in the qualifier. Garcia finishes with the 2nd best time, Walker 3rd. It's clear this is going to be a different kind of race.
The fifth stop of the World Enduro Super Series. We're at Red Bull Megawatt. What you see behind me is a working mine. When we came up with the idea of actually running a race here in Poland, we came across this place, and once we got here, we were like, wow, you know, this is unique.
This race is huge with 1,000 riders. It's crazy to see the crowd. A lot of people is sleeping and campers and doing parties, and it's crazy atmosphere.
I love this race. I've always rode in the sand back at home, so to come here, it's a lot of fun to ride.
When I first saw it, I saw sand, and you know, I had a little smile. It's the first time I've seen sand this year in the races, so yeah. Then I saw the rocks and the logs and the extreme sections and the hills. You know, the smile got a little bit smaller.
A lot of rocks, a lot of logs, a lot of tyres, cable reels. So, you know, that's going to sap your energy. It's on sand as well, so, you know, it's going to be tiring. That's going to probably be the most physical bit.
I think it's a perfect race for the West Series because it's got a combination of 3 disciplines, really.
We have the motocross test, the EnduroCross test, and then we're going on the Sundays race for sure into the Hard Enduro stuff. It's one of the biggest starts I ever did at a race, like 70 people in a round, and then we have 500 riders on the track. It's massive.
I think it's key to have a good start.
Here there's probably, I don't know, 50 bikes going into one corner, so definitely the adrenaline's high and the nerves are up.
There's a lot of dust, there hasn't been any rain, so you need to get to that first corner at least in the top 5. If not, the top guys are just going to be pulling away while you're trying to navigate through traffic.
Thank you. This race is so tight because the first lap is like a sightseeing lap. You know, everyone's riding together. A few people are making mistakes.
Second lap, you're going to be lapping the other riders.
Third lap's just absolute chaos.
You know, it's not just like there's 2 or 3 riders there. There's like 100 riders stuck on one hill, which makes it very difficult.
Probably that's one of the biggest challenges of this race.
Johnny's been going really good here. He won the last 3 editions, so he's definitely got the target on his back.
The day of the main race. Riders are about to embark on a 30-kilometer track, taking them through the motocross, the EnduroCross, and finally, a hard enduro course. After 3 explosive laps, first to the finish takes the title.
So there's 70 people on the line here, and the corner goes pretty tight straight away, and there's a few bumps from yesterday, so we're going to be going in there quite fast, and yeah, just as soon as fireworks go off, I'm just going to be dropping that clutch and leaning back. To get my 4th win here is going to be difficult, you know, there's so many fast riders, but just stick to the plan, you know, like I've done the last few years, and hopefully it'll pay off.
Yeah, just focusing on the start, you know, trying to find the best way to get to there first, because obviously that's the most important bit of the start of this race. So yeah, just try and get a good start and then put the hammer down on the motocross test and try and get out front.
Like a scene from Mad Max, the first row of 70 explode onto the course. KTM's Nathan Watson takes the whole shot. It's chaotic as the pack approach the first corner. Watson guns it. Beta team rider Travis Teasdale falls, allowing Walker to move into second. Taddy Błażusiak and Joseph Garcia are right behind. The pack is still dense around the first corner, as the rest of the moto mob take to the track in 2-minute intervals. A few minutes in, Watson leads through a Megawatt whoop section, followed by Johnny Walker. They're not alone. Coming out of the whoops, Taddy, Garcia, and Bolt are fighting it out for third. Wade Young wants in. Riding aggressively, Young blasts past Taddy. Next in his sights is number 57, Bolt, who takes a dirt dive. Young blows by him, now looking to hunt down Garcia. Up front, riders move into a more technical stretch. Race rookie Watson makes room for the more experienced Walker to pass and find the line. Walker leads Watson, Garcia, and Young through a rocky dirt field. Young finally makes his move to push his Circo past Garcia, but it's not easy. Young also passes Watson for second position behind Walker. The Red Bull Romaniac's champ is tearing up the first lap. Until he goes down hard in a cloud of dust. The riders he fought to pass, Taddy, Garcia, and Watson, all overtake him. As they move into the Hard Enduro section, it's Walker, Taddy, and Garcia jockeying for first position. Taddy makes a move and is now in front for the first time at his own race. Garcia shoots up a steep, sandy hill, but doesn't push hard enough and is forced to turn around, allowing Johnny to retake second. Young and Watson also sneak past. Late in the lap, Taddy is still leading the pack. Then he misses a turn, and Walker retakes first. Hard charging yet again, Young also shoots past Taddy, moving into second. Now it's a grind through the dunes to try and catch first position, Walker. Engines battle as Young fights hard to push his two-stroke past Walker's four-stroke, but gets roosted as they head into the first refuel station. Refueling is nearly as intense as the race. Every second counts. Riding frantically into the stop, Błażusiak goes down, doing his broken finger no favors. After less than 20 seconds, Walker leaves, followed by Young and Błażusiak.
Hey guys, Taddy Błażusiak. We're at my race, Red Bull Megawatt here in Poland. Josep Garcia, my teammate, first time at the race. We're gonna go and show you around in this little thing behind us. You excited?
Yeah, really excited and can't wait.
Joseph, so this is your first time in the race, and we want to show you a little bit what this place is all about. You did some walking already, so you know more or less what the track looks like. This is an active coal mine, so they work here every day. So the mine changes all the time. They move every single time they finish to work somewhere, they cover it with dirt. So every year the track is different, the place is different. It's one of the crazy things about this race. It always changes. Whoa.
Dios.
Yeah.
Dios, tío.
So.
Taddy, before this race, what's the concept of the race for the people and for everybody?
Yeah, when we first started, you know, the plan was to have a race for everybody, for the pros, to race, for the amateurs, and we wanted to mix all the different disciplines, and we all wanted to have fun. And I think we achieved the goal because the race is amazing.
Yeah.
So tomorrow main race is almost 3 hours. You have to go really, really fast, but you have to also think about the energy for 3 hours.
It will be a long race.
Yes.
In the sand.
Yeah, we will finish with some big blisters. Who do you think will be the strongest competition for you tomorrow?
For sure, you.
Thank you.
After Nathan Watson is really fast in the sand, top extreme riders for sure will be fast also.
Please don't let that.
Hey Tai, thanks to show me around the mine, and tomorrow full gas.
Exactly. Have fun tomorrow and good luck.
In front, Walker takes off for lap 2. Number 91, Watson, starts his hunt for 4th position. He closes in on Garcia and Lettenbichler. Garcia uses his motocross experience to speed past Manny. Utilizing the extra speed of the 4-stroke, Garcia and Watson dart past Lettenbichler, riding his 2-stroke. He burns past fellow Megawatt first-timer Garcia and takes 4th. Further back, a Megawatt vet isn't on top of his game or having much luck. The silent assassin, Graham Jarvis, is currently sitting in 8th position. He struggles as he leaves the service area. Maintaining his lead, Walker finds an easy line through the EnduroCross. He's gunning for his 4th win in a row, riding faster and faster. Until... Walker is not okay. He has a broken wrist, a broken arm, and is out of the race. He will receive 0 West points and lose the overall lead he's maintained for most of the season. The big question, is he out for the rest of 2018?
To be honest, I don't know. Hopefully, it will be nothing too seriously. For surely, he has a broken wrist because it looks very bad. And hopefully, it's just this one. Hopefully.
The race has lost its champion. Now, 2nd place Błażusiak tries to catch up with the new front runner, Wade Young. As the pros continue, they begin to lap more and more of the amateurs, who struggle through the course, especially at the infamous checkpoint 9. Back to the pros. Watson, now in 3rd position, powers up with ease. Next up, it's Bolt. He doesn't make it, as Lettenbichler tosses his bike over the edge to take 4th. Watson is no longer safe in 3rd. Lettenbichler is relentless and overtakes him on a steep downhill. Defying gravity, Wade Young leads the pack, but there's still a lap to go, and this race is always decided at the finish.
Yeah, you know what we wanted out of Red Bull 111 Megawatt was an intense race, start to finish. Because, you know, the last 2 years we had some amazing finishes. You know, the guys were just battling to the last meter after 3 hours of racing.
Races like the Megawatt, it's going to be close. They tend to have, you know, a little gnarly section just before the finish. 2015 was, yeah, a really close race.
Lundgren reaches the finish. He can't make it and gets stuck.
I was kind of, you know, a little bit behind.
And now Jarvis has shown up.
Just managed to pass 2nd position going up the last finish hill.
2016, you know, I came to the last hill and I looked at it and I just thought, no, like...
The incline is too steep to take it head on.
There wasn't much of a line in, so it was just full commitment.
Only meters from the finish line, he gets stuck.
So when he was stuck in the top of the hill, he turned his head.
And then Mario came flying up.
Roman follows Walker's line and roars up the hill, hoping to steal the win.
I lost a little bit of momentum because I had to turn back and...
Man, I put the throttle like maximum and I make a crazy line, like with no speed, I make almost a straight.
I think he was only a few seconds behind me. I was surprised actually how close he was at the end.
Only 3 seconds in front of the Spaniard.
He pushed harder and he arrived. It was amazing.
2017 was going so good.
The Brit is looking ready for a three-peat.
He came to the final bit.
Walker starts off well.
And I was like, oh no.
Roman has charged all the way back and is now looking to steal the win.
I looked into the finish, nobody was there, so I realized you can win this time. And in one point, he was stuck in a hole.
It kept folding from side to side, slipping off the rocks.
The crowd cannot believe it.
I was almost passing him, but he made a better line and he just gone like 2, 3, 5 seconds. It was 2nd time almost win. What the f?
Only seconds behind, Roman claims a well-earned 2nd place.
It doesn't matter if you are leading or you are 5th, you can still win, and anything can happen until the end.
Coming into the next fuel stop first is Wade Young, followed by Błażusiak. Frontrunners are fighting for the win now that Walker is out of the race.
Situation has quite changed. Johnny crashed now. Billy is in a good position, and we are talking again about the West, about the championship. We are now waiting for him and deciding if we keep him going on for the next lap or we stop for refueling.
But Bolt isn't the next rider to arrive. It's Manny. Then Watson. Now in 5th position, Bolt speeds in. His team have opted not to refuel, a risky move to save time. Moving into another sandy stretch, Watson shows his skill and overtakes Lettenbichler for 3rd. Bolt comes from behind and hugs the corner to move past Manny, blocked by a back marker. They say they want a war, but they ain't been to war with somebody. Riding into the Hard Enduro section, Bolt is on fire. He overtakes Watson. So you don't want to start one. In front, Young hits the notorious hill climb at checkpoint 9 and rockets up in one go. In second, Błażusiak charges hard, but doesn't make it. Bolt comes in hot from behind. Losing time, Taddy makes another attempt, but fails again. In first, Wade Young pushes his Sherco to the limit as he widens the gap. On his 4th attempt, Taddy makes it through checkpoint 9, losing over 3 minutes. Now Bolt is right behind him. He gives it everything, throwing his bike over the edge. Seconds later, Lettenbichler struggles up that same hill and barely makes it. It's a full-on battle right down to the finish. Thousands of fans surround the last epic EnduroCross push to the end. Excitement mounts as Young navigates the final stretch. Quickly and cautiously through a giant boulder rock garden and up the final dirt climb. Wade Young is first to cross the finish line. 3 minutes back, there's still an intense battle for second underway. Błażusiak gets to the rock garden first, but Bolt is hungry. Local fans go crazy as Błażusiak is delayed in the rocks. Then Billy Bolt arrives. Bolt flows through. Taddy's almost out, but goes down. Bolt makes his move for second, but gets stuck. As Taddy pulls himself up to claim second place, true to Megawatt tradition, it's another nail-biting finish. Billy Bolt rolls across for 3rd. In the battle of the engines, the 2 strokes have come out on top.
Unbelievable, you know, like just as good as Romaniac's felt winning. This race was just so short and so intense, so as I came over the finish line, all that emotion just hit me, so I'm so happy.
Wade was riding really, really fast, you know, he put a gap on me on the motocross track second lap, and then I pretty much, you know, tried to push, but I've seen the gap was too big, so I kind of like maintained the gap on the 3rd guy. We were really close, but I knew I had time, so.
In 4th, it's Manny Lettenbichler, the new West leader.
Finished 4th. Nice to lead the championship, but it's not as big as if you win the race.
136 riders out of 500 finished within the 4-hour time limit at this electric enduro event. 22-year-old Wade Young is your Red Bull 111 Megawatt champion, with Taddy Błażusiak in 2nd and British young gun Billy Bolt in 3rd. After 5 rounds of West, Manuel Lettenbichler is now in top spot with a 115-point lead. Billy Bolt is in 2nd and Wade Young trails him by 70 points. Anything can happen as classic enduro riders make their bid for the podium. At round 6 of West, we travel to Hawkstone Park in England for the first cross-country of the series. Until then, I'm Troy Mannering saying stay safe and keep the rubber side down.